And welcome to the first episode of The Late Night Vibe with SJR and your guest. We got Zuya C or Bryson.
Zu Zuyasui.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce anything. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing great. So, everyone's new here. No one knows what this is about. So basically, we're gonna be talking throughout this late night. That's why hence called the late night vibe. Only to listen to at late night, and we're gonna be giving, or I might be giving updates about what's going on in pop culture, as well as just updates in sports, updates in general. Starting off with Chris Paul in free agency going to the Spurs, going from the Warriors to the Spurs in one season. Man, did not last long in the Warriors. As well as at around 3:30 a.m. Paul George going to the 76ers for I think a major deal. Then there was who else was signed? Oh yeah, I think LeBron refused his contract for the Lakers, making a teammate for nothing, man. How do you feel about all this?
Well, I mean, first off, I know about Jack about sports, but I do watch a little bit of basketball. So, LeBron turning down his contract with the Lakers is very shocking to me.
In the drafts, how did the Hawks not choose Alex Sarr? Honestly, I hate that. I'm a Hawks fan. We
Okay.
are a poverty franchise, and we had the first pick in the draft, and we chose a Frenchman instead of choosing Alex Sarr. I didn't know his name. It's like Jackson Jr. Uh, it was a bust. He might be good. I'm not sure. He might be good. I'm just have false hopes, but that's surprising to me. Am I forgetting anything? I think that's all. I think someone else got signed to a different team. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot. So in the draft, the Timberwolves traded their one of their probably best rookies they're gonna have there to the Spurs. Not only they're gonna have Chris Paul and Wembanyama, they're gonna have this new rookie. I forgot his name. I think its name was. Let me check real quick. I kind of forgot. Uh, they traded like this rookie for like two first round picks. Rookie traded to Spurs. Stephon Castle. Yeah. I think the Timberwolves had the eighth pick, I think, in the draft, and they chose Stephon Castle. They would have had a great team. They would have had a great team with that dude. Great in college. They traded him. They traded him to the Spurs. Now Wemby gets him. Maybe finally they'll have people who can pass Wemby the ball. I have hopes for Wemby. Although I'm a Hawks fan, I'm rooting for the Spurs. They got Chris Paul now. They have a bunch of people who do not have rings. Kind of surprising. Any thoughts about this?
I have no thoughts right now.
Honestly, I agree. All right. So, and then we have these updates, and then now we're gonna have a segment called "Am I the Karen?" Now, you might know how this works. You've seen a bunch of this on TikTok. I'm following this trend because why not? As we can see here, I'm gonna pull up Reddit, and you know what I'm gonna do on Reddit? I'm going to do a deep dive. I need to log in real quick. Give a second, guys. Meanwhile, I'm logging in. You tell us about anything. Bryson, tell us anything.
Okay. So India just won the finals in cricket. I don't know if you guys follow cricket. I do. My coworker, his name's Jay. He is from India. So is my boss. I'm sorry. I no longer have light. Um, my boss is also from India. So is his wife. So I've been following cricket recently now. Huge fan now. I was watching the game yesterday. India beat, I believe it is South Africa. India beat South Africa in the finals. Um, it was honestly really close game. If you guys caught it. Um, anyways, yeah. So that was
All right, and thank you for your time. And now we are going to hear. We are having. We're sharing tab. We're not sharing tab. We're gonna go full screen on this so we can see in full view. And we're gonna start off hot. Am I the Karen for yelling at my neighbors? I smell drama. Here we go. I, a 43 female, live in a quiet, family oriented neighborhood. The houses on my street are very close together. A young couple, early to mid 20s, rents the house next door. They tend to have a lot of parties outside in the summer that go late into the night. Usually it's not a problem for me because it is a Friday or Saturday night, and I don't typically work weekends. Last Saturday, I did need to be at work at 7 a.m. I went to bed around 11 p.m. Friday night and I was awoken out of a sound sleep at 2:30 a.m. to loud drunken yelling. Then I heard a radio blasting. I got up to use the restroom and looked outside to see if they have a group of friends over hanging out in there. Hold up, gotta load this up. Oh, where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Oh, where's that? Then I hear a radio blasting. I got up to use the restroom and looked outside to see that they have a group of friends over hanging out in the backyard. I think they were playing games because there was a lot of very loud cheering. I could not fall back asleep due to all the noise. I tried putting a fan on, I put headphones on. Nothing would drown out the noise. At 3:45 a.m., they turned the radio up even louder. At this point, I'm exhausted and I need to be up at 5:30 a.m. to get ready for work. I just lost it and went outside and just started screaming. I'm normally a calm person, but I was exhausted and fed up. I started screaming that it was almost 4 a.m. and they had been partying and yelling and blasting their radio since 2:30 a.m. I yelled that this was a family neighborhood and people have jobs and need to get up early. They replied that they didn't know that they were disturbing me. And I yelled back to them like, how could you not know that drunken yelling and blasting your radio at 3 a.m. was disturbing your neighbors? They took it inside at this point. Of course I could not fall back asleep. They did text me apologizing but they were upset that I started yelling and embarrassed them and their friends. I mean, why would you be embarrassed? To be honest here, uh, and their friends told me I could have just texted them. I honestly forgot that we exchanged numbers since it was not like we were friends. But I did once tell the girlfriend after our neighborhood flooded that they weren't at home, so I did have her number. I apologized for yelling and explained that I was exhausted and snapped. So am I the Karen? Is she really the Karen?
Can I speak on this?
Yeah, speak on this.
So, in my opinion, yes, yes, you are the Karen
How?
because it's not what makes a Karen isn't the actions or it isn't like the motive behind anything that makes a Karen. It's the way you pursue the action. So if this person came up to them and was like, or texted them since they had their number and was like, hey, can you turn down the music? People have to get up early. It is 3 a.m. I have to be up by 5:30 a.m. Or just had a civil conversation, they would have not been seen as the Karen here. But because they just stored up that rage and then exploded all over the place, they are the Karen. They are the Karen here.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can honestly see that
Yeah. But that's just my
because
personal opinion on it.
I think I kind of started a lot of stuff there. I thought that's probably started a lot.
Yeah.
I think yeah, you are the Karen. Yeah. I thought no at first because you're having to go to work. It's 5:30. It's 3:45. You gotta wake up at 5:30. I don't
Yeah.
know how else to explain that. But moving on, am I the Karen for filming at the school bus stop? Is that illegal? My daughter is 4 years old, and the bus stops directly in front of our house on a two-lane road. About 6 times a month, different vehicles go speeding past the bus at the stop with the stop placard out. My fault. I spoke with an officer about it, and he said that he'd start sitting by my house around that time. And I advised I start trying to get it on film if he's not around, as they take that very seriously. Ever since then, I started taking my work break at that time, and I stand outside with my phone in my hand, waiting to record as soon as the bus arrives. I have already captured two different vehicles on camera, as and I yell out their plates as they go by, so there's no mistake. And then I make a report. This already sounds very Karenish. I'm telling you right now,
Well,
this already sounds very Karenish.
personally, I don't see that as being a Karen. Yes, I see like why some may think this is Karen behavior, but I mean, imagine you have a kid, okay? Imagine you have a kid, and also first off, speeding past a school bus. Also, those are very serious actions.
Isn't
Anything
that illegal?
regarding anything, yes, that is very illegal, and you can have your license restricted up to 1 year. And you know how the driver system works. You get points on your license for certain crimes like super
Yes, yes,
speeding,
yes, yes, yes.
regular speeding, stuff like that. The stuff regarding school buses and school zones, stuff like that, are the most points you could possibly get on your license.
Oh man.
And when you're looking at it, you have a kid that's life could be put in danger because people are speeding and driving recklessly. I don't see that as being a Karen here,
Okay,
especially
I can.
because they're not taking matters into their own hands and they're leaving it up to the police. And she talked to a cop about this, and it seems like she had a civil conversation instead of freaking out. So I
I could see that.
so
So
far
far, I could see that.
so
So
far
far, I could
I
see
don't
that.
think they're the Karen.
All right, let's continue. I've even had other cars stop to ask if I got their plates because they had dash cam footage and would be happy to share it. All in all, I felt like I was doing something good. If they're speeding past her bus, they do it to other buses, and it's going to get a kid killed one day. Basically, what you said, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Today, I shared a video of a new Grand Cherokee going past the bus on social media with a note that nobody's 30-second wait is worth a child's life. First few comments were good, but then somebody said that my daughter wasn't even to the doors yet, so she wasn't in danger, and I should have left it alone. Somebody else shared it and said, "Watch out, Karen will get you a ticket." Somebody said that I'm costing people money that they might not have by possibly getting them ticketed. Somebody else commented and said that I should teach my child not to run into the road and stop worrying about people driving. To me, that's kind of like the driver's fault for not stopping for the kid. Because how else the kid supposed to get to the bus?
Yeah.
Now, just to be clear, I'm not going to stop doing this. As long as the police will accept my videos, I'll be happy to record and share them. I hope they all get tickets, big ones. But am I Karen for doing this? No, absolutely not.
No.
No.
No, I don't see
That
that as being Karen.
actually,
That is probably the most reasonable one we've heard so far, even though it's the second one. I
oh
see
yes.
that being the most reasonable outcome, and like the way you are pursuing the problem is very much reasonable, and it's the most tame way you could. So, I personally do not think that you're the Karen. You shouldn't have
Yes.
taken this to online and posted it online to
Oh yes.
like, you shouldn't have done that because obviously, no matter what, online there are two sides of the same coin. Because there's going to be people telling you, "Oh yeah, this is great," and then people calling you a Karen, telling you that this is terrible, you should stop. Um,
Oh wait, and
like
also
there's
if you're
people.
showing their license plates, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you're showing their license plates on social media, that's a good way to get doxxed.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good way.
Um, but no, I don't see that as being a Karen at all.
No, it's more reasonable than anything so far. All right, we'll probably do. I think we're gonna do 5 per podcast per episode.
Will
So
we
this is the
be
third one.
switching to the next segment, or will this be the only segment?
No, we're having more segments. We're having like 2 more segments.
Okay, okay.
All right. Am I the Karen for not wanting to tip? Already, I can see she's not a Karen because tipping is very forced these days.
It seems so, yeah.
So this is something that I feel like people have different opinions on, but I really don't know the right answer. Every few days, I get curbside pickup from a nearby restaurant for lunch, and the first time I placed an order, I did not tip as I felt like I wasn't being served. That's already a good sign of not being a Karen, because that's just you being a decent human being and knowing what's what. Then again, I could be wrong. Here we go. The woman came out being very friendly at first and gave me my food jeez, I cannot speak. My food and a receipt to sign with a tip, the total line, and asked for one. I did not add a tip as I had never picked up curbside and didn't know what was normal for it, and she left with an attitude after reading the receipt. Oh, to me, so far, not a Karen. So far, from what I've been hearing, not a Karen. What do you think, Bryson?
So far, no. So far, no. Because Yeah, I just don't see the problem, especially because it's curbside pickup. Like, why would you be expecting a tip for that?
Honestly.
That's like tipping at a drive-through. They're not really there's not really customer service. Now, say this was a sit-down restaurant and she was being overall friendly and being great and had great service, then you didn't tip. That would have been a problem.
That would have been a problem. That's just you being a
But
crappy
I
human
don't I
being.
don't see you as like a Karen in general for not wanting to tip. Like, or not being able to tip. Some people like can't tip at all because they just
Oh
don't have the
yes,
money to spare. You
that's
shouldn't
very
be seen
reasonable.
as a Karen. Um Now, it's not good for these people to get all, pissy
Uh,
and
get
mad
all butthurt
and
about it. Yeah.
get an attitude and everything just because they didn't get a tip.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
that's something that is out of her control and not her problem.
Oh yes.
So I don't see a Karen yet. So
All right. Continuing. The next time I ordered it, I let it do the automatic tip because I felt bad and like I was supposed to add it. That's what I said about it being forced. That's what I exactly said about it being forced. I swear. Every time I come, now I do the general 50%, 15%, and they have never brought the receipt out for me to sign again. Today I picked up an order and a woman came out super friendly and passed me the receipt with an added tip line, with an option to add more than I did originally. I thought that was odd. I wrote zero on the added tip line. She wasn't rude, but her smile fell when she looked at my receipt, and I felt bad. I am not being served, and I honestly feel like it's the restaurant's responsibility to pay the curbside people a livable wage. I honestly felt guilty adding the zero, but I already tipped. I can't tell if I'm the Karen here and should give a better tip, or if tipping in America is getting out of hand. You're
so
not
what
the Karen.
yeah, you're not the Karen. And for what it sounds like is you're new to America and that this like you're new to this country. Um there are going to be a lot of people that get butt hurt just because they didn't get a little bit of extra money. And I completely agree with you
Oh
about them
yes.
needing to be paid a livable wage. I think everybody should be paid a livable wage no matter where you
Oh
work.
yes. No
Uh,
matter what job you have, yes.
but I mean, no matter like I have a job and everything. I have actually two jobs, and I not even money combined have a livable wage. I could maybe live in an apartment, but definitely not a livable wage.
To me, I think everything. Okay, she's not the Karen first off, and I think workers nowadays, no matter what job you have, I mean, sure, you need a livable wage. That's 100% understandable. But I think everything. I think everyone, like every worker, has such high expectations for their customers to give them good
Mhm.
tips.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I understand that, like, especially the one who said that, like, how she wrote that her smile fell as she looked at the receipt. She
Yes,
didn't get all butt hurt. She was just bummed out. And I completely understand that.
that was an understandable response. But then again, additional tip. You already tipped once. Why are you gonna give her more of a tip? That just
Mhm.
confuses me.
Like, I work where I get tips, and I guess now, when I first started, I was very grateful of tips. Now, when I don't get tips, I'm like, okay, screw you. Because it's like, I'm trying my hardest to give it like great customer service, and like sometimes I'll give them their change back. It's like 53 cents, or like sometimes it's even less than that, and they
Oh,
won't even drop that in the bucket in the tip jar. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, but if they really need that money and I don't know anything about their personal life, then I shouldn't get butthurt about that.
yeah, I kind of agree with that. All right, the last one here, and we're going to a new segment. Am I the Karen for asking a neighbor to be quiet on New Year's Eve? Already sensing some Karen. My partner, my baby, and I spent New Year's Eve at my mom's. Oh, I can't read. As our power went out, big storm came through. We watched the countdown at 9 as we were all tired. Heard the upstairs neighbors having a little party. Come 2:39 a.m., upstairs are still partying with loud music and lots of chatter. It woke my baby up a few times. I went upstairs to ask them to turn it down. You have neighbors. Can you please be considerate and turn the music down? You woke my newborn up. But it's New Year's, they said. I said, I know that's why you got some. leeway after midnight. Oh, I don't know what that is. That leeway? I don't know what that's probably either a typo or something like that. I'm not sure.
No, that's leeway.
Oh, okay. After midnight, but it's 2.5 hours later. One of the guys walked away, and I went to shut the door for him. But no, the neighbor said, "I'll shut it," and watched me walk away. Did they turn on the music? No, they kept on until at least 4 a.m. Am I the Karen? No.
No, you are not the Karen. That is completely reasonable, and you came to them. You weren't like the first story we heard where they were like, they kind of just built it up and blew up. Like, it seems
Yeah,
like you came and talked to them pretty reasonably.
and they were just being probably they were probably drunk. They were probably drunken teenagers or
I
probably
mean,
adults. Doesn't matter.
honestly, holidays are probably the worst time to live in an apartment, especially with all the partying.
Oh
It's
yes.
especially in complexes, it must be so difficult. And I feel bad for anyone who lives in an apartment, especially on New Year's Eve and stuff like that. But no, you are not the Karen here. I do not think you are the Karen. You shouldn't be viewed as the Karen. Not at all.
Oh yes, 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 yes. And in my opinion, I think the person that was closing the door and watching him walk away, in my opinion, kind of a bit of Karen action right there. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were the Karen, to be honest. There, and there goes our segment, and
Okay.
we had a good day. That was. Oh, shut up. All right, X out of Reddit. All right, now we're back. We're gonna have some few news segments here. I'm going with the flow here. I do not plan this at all. Just so you know, I never plan. I like to go with the flow. Find Nemo reference.
Go with the flow.
All right. We're gonna have a 5 minute break. I'm assuming, or not really 5 minute break, but we're gonna like a few minutes to have a break. From, and we're just gonna figure out what to do next. And all right, we're gonna do a few minutes of a break, and you can hear from our sponsors, which we probably don't have any sponsors, but whatever. I'm probably just gonna put background music here. Lokia Bob, Lokia Bob. While we're on this break, if you haven't already, please follow this podcast, and there'll be more videos coming out soon with new guests, maybe some returning guests. This man might be a returning guest. Who knows? All right, stay with the break. All right, and the break is done. If you will please unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, please. Why?
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
What's your own thing?
Yo, mama.
All right. I think today we're gonna go more on the Reddit side. We're gonna stay on Reddit for right now. We're gonna stay on Reddit for right now, and we're
I'm
gonna
logging into
go.
Crunchyroll Premium right now.
Huh?
I'm logging into my Crunchyroll Premium right now.
Why the Crunchyroll Premium?
Cause why not the Crunchyroll Premium? You got a problem?
Nah, man. All right, we're gonna go on r/ mildly infuriating, and we're gonna see. Probably gonna hang out around here for about a couple, maybe a few minutes. We're going to present again.
Time to get mildly infuriated.
Yeah, guys. All right. We're gonna go back on the full screen here. We're gonna go back on here. All right. We're gonna start off with a good one. Guy in the campsite next to us started his diesel truck around 7 a.m. and has now been idling for an hour. I'd be, I'd be mad.
I wouldn't be mad about that, honestly, because first off, if you're camping, what's the point if you're trying to sleep in? Like, what's the
Oh yeah,
point of
true.
camping if you're sleeping in? Also, was it your problem that his truck is idling for an hour? If anything, that's his problem, because then like his gas is being wasted. So
Oh
that's
yes.
that's that's not really mildly infuriating.
Oh yes. Let's continue here.
Can't finish
Can't finish
Netflix.
Netflix subscription. Your last day to watch Netflix is July 13th. Choose a new plan to keep watching. Your basic plan has been discontinued, but you can easily switch to a new one. Plan start is $5.99 with upgraded features.
So it's just like
Oh,
it's
they
Netflix.
got rid of the basic.
Oh, that's a little frustrating, but I mean,
Because what if you
it is what
don't
it
have
is.
the what if you don't have that kind of money and you want to watch Young Sheldon or something?
I don't know personally. That doesn't infuriate me because I got plenty of money from my Netflix and Crunchyroll Premium.
I watch Netflix and I watch mostly Young Sheldon.
Pursue guest. You're the best. The
Oh,
password
a
for
password for my for the Wi-Fi at my gym. How is that mildly infuriating?
Yeah,
That's what I'm wondering.
unless it's like the
Oh, it could be
underscore
the
under the
underscore under
Y.
the Y.
Hmm.
It could be that. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I said. It might be. I don't know.
The hot dog I just bought with the sausage cut in half laterally, so I didn't notice until I started eating it. Oh,
That's actually kind of funny. I wouldn't be
that's
mad at that.
funny, but it's like I think it's like you get half the hot dog.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, that's still kind of funny though. You gotta
It's
admit,
funny though. You can't lie.
you
Low
can.
key, I thought it was good. Probably me being a big back here, but that hot dog was kind of good. To be honest here. Have you ever wondered how to make your cute pictures and cute? Oh, this is a promotion. Never mind, guys.
Do not promote anyone else. My loaded
My
sandwich.
loaded sandwich. Yeah, that sure is loaded, all right.
The ham, the little bit of mayonnaise, the turkey, the
That
little
is
bit of
stingier than
cheese,
Chipotle. I swear to God.
the smallest egg on the planet. That's a little. I feel bad for you. That was
I'm
7
trying to
hours
see
ago.
what the brand is. Oh, I went a bit too far.
That's
Trying to see this. Okay, it's not going to do that. What's that brand of that? It looks like Jimmy John's. It could be. No, it's not. Firehouse Subs? Maybe.
I don't know. Personally, Subway's on top. Subway's better than all of them.
Firehouse Subs is they are low key goated. They're underrated. Overrated too. DoorDash refusing to give me partial pay for an order that wasn't in the system restaurant. Hello, I arrived to pick up the order from blank, and the manager said that they had nothing in the system. I asked them to check multiple times and nothing came through. After I selected, sorry, I arrived and order not system was not in the system. All right. I was unassigned from the order. Will I get partial pay since I arrived at the restaurant? Hi, blank. Please know that once unassigned, you won't be eligible to receive payment for in your completion rating.
So first off, DoorDash is a little kind of gyps you on the part on the partial pay, because the partial
Oh,
pay, it's not like partial pay of the order. You get $3 compensation fee. You get a
oh,
$3 fee if they cancel or somebody else gets the order, or unless you're unassigned. You
oh,
get you get like $3 every
oh.
every time, and you get to sit through like a 30-minute hold music just to speak to them, and they'll be like, yeah, well, we can give you your $3 compensation fee, and it, like, yeah, it's honestly
Oh.
not worth it. Yeah, and I
I
also,
feel bad.
first off, don't recommend DoorDash if you drive a truck, because gas gonna be a lot more than what you're paying for.
Oh Jesus. Wait, there's more. I did not understand the order. DoorDash did. I arrived at the pickup location and the order was not in the system. DoorDash's rules state that if Dasher arrives at the restaurant, order is unable to be delivered, they're eligible for partial payment. So what is the problem? They're the oh this support person sucks at writing.
D is a driver.
The driver who convinced the merchant to remake the order, and they were on their
Merchant,
way to deliver the order.
merchant. They called them the merchant.
Merchant's crazy.
You know, it's Elden Ring.
Not the Elden Ring. Oh yeah, they have a new DLC. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I'm aware. I've played every single Souls game. I have not played the DLC yet. Actually, no, I have. Yes, sorry, Shadow of the Erd Tree. I started
Yeah.
playing it. Um, can I go on a little rant about here about Dark Souls, or would that be a little too
Wait for the
long?
rant until after this. But I'm just
Okay,
gonna say
okay.
I'm a major skill issue, so I can't play Souls games. I'm a
I'll
major
keep
skill
that.
issue.
I'll keep that in mind. Nah, I'm a god at Souls games. I'm a god.
All right. Where's more? I was just there 10 minutes ago. I asked the restaurant to make the order multiple times, and they said that they cannot since it's not in the system. I don't care about the driver that came after me. I'm eligible for partial pay since I clicked on arrive at the restaurant per DoorDash rules. You will not be compensated for the order you were unassigned from the order. Thank you for contacting DoorDash.
Damn.
That I
That
would
I'd be a little frustrated, but honestly, after the first text saying I will not get my partial pay, I'm not about to argue. So like,
yeah,
I'm,
honestly,
I'm
'cause
just
you're
because
not gonna win.
I'm gonna be wasting too much time. Plus, if that's DoorDash support, and that's like, so basically the way I look at it is, if I'm working for DoorDash or something, that's my boss.
Oh, for real. Honestly though.
Because I mean, like, there's no point in arguing, because basically what they say goes. So
All right, so you wanted to go on a rant about Elden Ring, something like that?
yes, I did. So I've played every single Souls game personally. Uh, Dark Souls 1, best story. Dark Souls 2, best mechanics. Dark Souls 3, hardest out of the first three Souls games. Elden Ring came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is the hardest Souls game." No, it's not. 3 is so much harder than Elden Ring will ever be.
Isn't it like
I
Sekiro,
said
or is
that.
that not in the Souls franchise?
Sekiro Die Twice.
Yes.
I don't think that's a Souls game. I mean, it's still a really difficult game. I was able to 100% that though. But
You platinum hunt?
yes, I did. It took me so long. I also platinumed Hollow Knight, and all the first three Souls games.
You see
Anyways,
me? I platinum shovelware games, so like.
so, um, anyways, I said that Elden Ring will never be harder than Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 will never be topped. And the reason why everybody was like, "Oh, Elden Ring's so easy now," is because everybody discovered bleed builds and started using bleed builds, and now you can't use those in Shadow of the Erd Tree. It's so hard
Because
to
you gotta like
build with
go.
bleed
I know
build.
it's like a certain kind of like thing you need to get from like trees, isn't it? Or like what is it? I heard
Yeah,
about the
it's
mechanic.
it's real weird. The mechanics are real weird, and they made this to throw everyone off from Elden Ring.
Because everyone, I remember that. 'Cause everyone was saying it was so easy after that, and then whoever makes the games, I forgot their names, isn't it? Ain't Bethesda. That's a different thing. What's the game company called?
I'm honestly not sure. I see it every single time I open the games, but I don't remember.
But I know they said like, all right, you know what? We're gonna make this DLC like twice as hard.
Yeah, so honestly, I'd put the DLC Dark Souls 3 level. I'm not putting it above anything, but I'm putting it same level
Oh, gotcha.
because it's
All
worth
right.
it and it's hard.
All right, I think we talked about enough on about Elden Ring. Back to this. To me, this is kind of very infuriating because you're not getting your partial pay, and also support is not going after the rules. They're kind of breaking their own rules that they most likely made.
Yeah.
All right, my roommate used my new non-stick pan. How? How did you?
So they scratched up your pan.
Is it still? If it still works, it's fine.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I get that it's brand new, but I mean, it's a couple scratches. It's gonna get scratched.
Yeah, you're probably going to get. You're probably
Can
gonna
I
scratch it anyways.
can I read this one?
Oh yeah, sure, got you, fam.
Property manager. Oh,
Oh,
never
my
mind.
fault. It's my fault, gang. My
That
fault.
is your fault. Property manager hit me with this gem. Looks like I'm at least a grand. Hey, blank. Someone cut the cat out from under my truck last night. Any chance those cameras in the lot actually work? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, cameras are worthless.
Mmm.
Oh my god. So I guess I mean I know some places do that, like especially in like home estates and stuff like that, and like I don't know what the word's called, but they get like fake cameras. Like my work, so
Those like
many
circle.
fake
Okay, well,
cameras.
they're on like the roof and they have like those like little black spear thingies, half spears.
Yeah.
Those are fake. They have them at Walmart too.
Yeah, there are so many fake cameras in my workplace. A lot of people just get fake cameras for intimidation.
And yeah, because people rob the place probably and they get fake cameras just so they know like, yo, this is probably gonna be like a camera. All
Got
right.
a solid haircut yesterday,
Oh, not the bald spot.
so
No.
that is infuriating. I'd be so pissed if that was me.
Barber, barber for. Oh, he asked for the fade. He got the bald spot.
Barber did him wrong.
The font my sister's friend used to text. What?
Hello. Hey. Heyo. How are you? Pretty good. What is that font you're using? What is this? That's not really infuriating.
This is just weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think she's probably using that face emoji keyboard that every TikToker like meat rides about. But like, just saying, man. That I'm not reading that. That's no. My boyfriend left a smushed up soap bar and a leaf in the drain after taking a shower. Why the leaf?
Yeah, where'd the leave come from? You
But
took
I
your
mean,
clothes off, didn't you? I mean, unless it was in your hair.
that probably he probably works. Her boyfriend probably works like maybe maintenance or something like that. Maintenance probably, or he just works outside. Makes sense, but I don't know. That's just weird. That's promotion. Neighbor doesn't want anyone parking parallel to him on opposite side of the street.
That was some targeting promotion, by the way.
Well, I don't care. I'm not promoting anything right now. Who cares?
No, like I'm saying, I felt targeted by that promotion.
So wait, what did it even say?
It was weight
Wait.
loss. It was weight loss.
Oh my god! Interesting new way to meet your weight loss goals. That's
Neighbor
crazy.
doesn't want anyone parking parallel to him on opposite side of street.
What does
Hang
this
on, let me read
say?
this. I don't want to see this car park s-
Side to side.
parallel side to the white car. Dude,
That's
it's a
that's that's
street.
just funny.
Why are they
That's that's
getting their butt? Why?
that's just funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, we have recapture, guys. It's recapture. We
Oh
got
my gosh,
recapture.
CAPTCHA drives me insane, dude. I hate
Oh,
it.
it drives me insane as well. What
No,
even
when
is this?
I was trying to log into a PlayStation account, I had to do 13 levels of this, like, match the numbers with the cars.
Oh
But I
no.
couldn't figure out how the game worked because it didn't tell me.
Oh my
So
god,
it took.
yeah. There is
So I
one.
finished 13 levels of that about 20 times before I finally passed.
Jesus, man. Okay, real quick. Anyway,
The
back to what we're
entity
doing.
that is most related to the image.
How is that related to the image? You
I
have
guess
two
they.
tractors, a Big Mac, or probably a quarter pounder. Cow, sheep, goat.
You're the host. I can't say that. I don't want to get kicked off. I want to come back.
I don't care what you say to me. I don't. I honestly don't really care. I know you're probably making me a Big Mac because of what I said
No,
about a quarter pounder.
I was about to say you probably recognize the difference between a quarter pounder and a Big Mac. It's okay. My friend Ian recognizes the difference because he eats McDonald's every time we go to the gym.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I don't. I haven't had McDonald's in about 6 years until I went to the gym with him, and he was like, "Let's grab some McDonald's." And like, dude, he is obsessed with McDonald's. I mean, he's ripped. You know, Ian Bird.
Yeah, I know him, bro. He's ripped.
He's
I'm scared of him.
absolutely jacked. But I mean, like, he eats McDonald's like crazy. He eats fast food all the time.
Man, all right. We're gonna do a couple more, and then we'll probably either do something else. We're gonna end it here. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? My
My
little nephew.
little nephew. Okay, sorry.
Oh, my fault. Now you can read it. I don't care.
Okay, my little nephew asked me for help find the six differences.
Let's see here. Is there any? There's no differences. Is there no? Is there no differences? Yeah, there's no differences.
I
Oh wait,
don't
I
see
found
any
one.
differences. Where?
Never mind. No, never mind. I thought it was like something like. Never mind. That's not. That's not where I put it at. All right.
I see
Um,
zero differences. What in the world? Those are the same.
that's just a skill issue on the teacher's part. Scroll down here. Oh, okay. There are no assigned parking spaces at my parents' townhome community. People park in front of my parents' house all the time. I woke up to this. This spot belongs to someone. Park in the right place. Next time you're getting towed. That's just.
That should have been on the I am I the Karen Reddit.
Am I the Karen? Am I the Karen for doing this? Yes, yes, you are. How my neighbors leave their shoes. Oh, this is my house. This is just everybody.
Dude, that drive me insane.
That's normal for me.
That would drive me crazy.
Oh, honestly, like it kind of does for me. Google is now forcing these
Yes.
AI
See that.
generated results at top of the page with no way to turn it off. Big tech, please stop shoving it down our throats.
Honestly, I have no problem with it because that makes it so much easier to find what I'm searching for.
For
Like
real though.
there was this one show called The Orville, and I was like, is that a Star Trek show? And I searched it up, and it was set, and it gave me this AI generated thing, but it just summed up everything that I wanted to hear. It was like The Orville is not canonically Star Trek, but it's inspired because Seth MacFarlane, the creator and star of the show, is a huge fan. So I was like, okay, great, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I mean AI, ChatGPT, all that, very helpful.
The one thing I don't like when it comes to AI is the art. Is the
Oh
AI?
yeah, it's very weird. I've seen like on TikTok, it's like
No,
dark
it's like
fantasies
no, it's
of
like
like.
people stealing art. Like people like ah, and like so many people in the art community. Like I've been called out on Twitter for this a bunch about people, or now it's called X, but I've been called out on Twitter for this. When I post my art on Twitter, a lot of people would be like, "That's AI generated." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I spent 10 hours drawing this. Leave me
I've seen
alone."
you do like the tattoo on the fake skin. I think not fake skin. It was on paper or something.
Yeah, yeah, but I do tattoo on fake skin though. I've been doing that for 2 years. Lounging in bed is no substitute for sleep. But cutting these
That's promotion.
armrest
It's promotion. It's
monsters.
promotion. It's promotion. It's New York Times.
Oh, my fault, my fault, my fault.
We'll do a couple more. Our landlord wanted us to know just how happy they were to increase our rent by 24%.
What?
Further to my previous email, your landlord has been in touch to advise that they are happy to offer you a renewal for another year, increasing the monthly rent to 2,850. Okay, I spelled that wrong.
2000.
2,850. I have a
Pounds.
major skill issue.
That's
Pounds.
pounds, not American
Pounds.
dollar. American
It's
dollar is higher than pounds, so that's more than $2,850.
oh yes, as this is what they were. It's what they have rented the house next door for. That is very infuriating. I'd hate that. I'd move out
I mean,
instantly.
I I'd be definitely angry about them raising my rent, but I mean, I wouldn't. Depends on the home. Depends on the home. Like it
I'd
just
go back to the basement to be honest here.
like if it's such a great house, like if it's a honestly, some places you can just get a steal, and then like you might have gotten it for such low rent because it was just on the market for so long, so they lowered it, and then now they're like, oh crap, this person's actually renting this place out, and it's such a great place, I'm losing money. Let me up the rent. And I mean, you got to think about this. Your landlord also has to pay. Uh, they pay all your bills for you. By the way, your landlord,
Yes.
like that is what your monthly rent is for. It goes towards your bills. So I mean, honestly, they also have a family to feed. So I mean, you can't be mad at that. You
You're
can't
not
be
wrong, but if it's like a terrible house, holes in the walls, rats in corners, I'm going back to mom's basement.
yeah, low key real. How my family leaves the pan after making egg. That makes me so angry because I
There's
work
a
at
there's a thing called Pam. There's a spray called Pam. Spray it on there so it doesn't stick to the pan.
exactly. I work at this place. We sell breakfast, and it makes me so frustrating. It's so frustrating when I'm trying to do dishes before I clock out to get everything done, having to scrub all that gunk off the egg pan because they don't use nonstick spray. It is so
I
frustrating.
hate that. I'd hate that so much. All right, one more and we are done here. Spotify is putting out playlists full of AI generated music without saying it's AI generated music. Money. Jazzy morning. Start your day right and wake up with some calm and cool jazz. I can always tell most Iverson. Let's say okay. I can always tell most Iverson. Foster Davies? Foster Davies? What? Beautiful sunrise. Arta Porting. Arta Porting. Okay, I can tell. Foster Davies though, most Iverson is probably the most like the most AI generated one so far. But that's kind of mildly infuriating because I don't know who any of those guys are. What do
Yeah,
you think?
that doesn't really make me mad. I mean, everybody. I feel like everybody's just being like a whole total snowflake when it comes to this AI stuff because they're like, oh no, AI. They're pushing it down our throats. Man, it's a playlist. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it.
Honestly though, I can agree,
Same,
I can agree with that.
same with the Google thing. If you don't want to read what the AI generated stuff is, you can just scroll past it. It's not gonna kill you.
And also
It's not
Reddit.
gonna hurt. Like it's crazy, man.
Trust me, search it up and go on Reddit. There'll be some guy from like 13 years ago having the same question and then having a very, very specific answer to that specific question you have.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. And I think that'll be the last one we're gonna do here for mildly infuriating. And I think it's a good time to end the first episode here on a good note. I am glad you were here today, Bryson.
No problem. No problem. I'm glad
Uh,
to be here.
you might come back. You were a great co-host. Um,
Sure.
and maybe in the near future I might have applications for have a co-host. Who
All right,
knows, man?
I'll have to hit you up on that. I appreciate you having me on this first episode of the podcast. Greatly honored. Thank you.
No problem,
You
man. No
mind
problem.
telling where they can stream this on if they are streaming it on one thing and want to stream it on something else?
All right. So if you want to have this podcast, I have a YouTube channel. It's gonna be hopefully in my Spotify description for the this thing. Only watch you can only watch it on Spotify and YouTube. Nothing else. I might go more mainstream. Um, but for right now, I'm laying it low with two main. And more episodes coming out soon. I think every episode will be out around 9 to 9:30 p.m. I think would that be Eastern or Pacific? Maybe
Let's do Eastern because a lot of people go out for Eastern time, especially
Eastern
in
time. Yes,
America.
yes. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Maybe not 30 p.m. Yeah, it's late. It's a late night vibe. Either be that or like somewhere 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. Who knows? I'm gonna have uh an episode hopefully because it's summer for us. An episode daily or maybe every other day. No promises though. But we will see y'all in the next episode. And you got any final words for us, Bryson?
Farewell, sleep well, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Oh, very real words. And this has been Silas Robinson with the late night vibes, and have a good night. Mwah.